Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Podcast and Chill, our beloved listeners. I'm your host, Jack, the guy who can teach you something while making you laugh.
And I'm Mira, your informative host, here to help you get useful information. You've heard of the word positive, right? But do you know what its power really is? And how do we use it correctly?
Yeah, positive thinking isn't just about feeling happy all the time. It's about learning to focus on the good things in your life, even during difficult situations.
That's right. And in this episode, we'll explain what positive thinking really is, how it can improve your health, and how you can develop this mindset in practical ways.
Remember, this podcast is made for curious minds like you. So relax and enjoy learning about this life-changing topic. Are you ready to come with us? Let's get started.
So, let's start with the basics, Jack. When people hear positive thinking, what do you think is the biggest misconception they have?
Well, honestly, I gotta be real here, Mira. Sometimes the whole just stay positive thing, it actually drives me crazy. Like, if my car breaks down in the pouring rain and I'm late for work, I don't want someone telling me to look for the rainbow, you know? I want to be mad for a second.
I completely understand that, Jack, and you should be. Actually, what you're describing has a specific name in psychology. It's called toxic positivity.
Wait, toxic positivity? Isn't positive supposed to be, well, a good thing? How can it be toxic?
That's the trap a lot of us fall into. Toxic positivity is the belief that no matter how hard a situation is, people should maintain a positive mindset. It's like pretending everything is okay when your house is literally on fire. It denies authentic human emotions.
Oh man, yes! That makes so much sense. Because when you force yourself to smile through genuine pain or frustration, it just feels fake. And honestly, it makes me feel worse, like I'm failing at being happy.
Exactly. True positive thinking is not about ignoring reality or suppressing negative emotions. It's about accepting that things are tough right now, but maintaining the belief that you have the ability to handle it and that things will eventually get better.
Okay, so let me get this straight. If I'm stuck in that pouring rain with a broken down car, real positive thinking isn't saying, yay, free car wash.
No, definitely not that.
It's more like, this really sucks. I'm angry, but I have my phone, I can call a tow truck, and I will get through this day. Is that it?
You nailed it. It's about resilience and problem solving, not delusion. And the crazy part is, when you shift from toxic positivity to real positive thinking, your body actually reacts differently on a biological level.
Biological? Wait, you mean like physically? I thought this was just a mindset thing. How does my brain tricking itself actually change my body?
Well, it's not a trick. It's science. When you're constantly stressed or trapped in a cycle of negative thinking, your body produces a massive amount of a stress hormone. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Is it cortisol? I hear people talking about that all the time on fitness blogs.
Exactly right. Cortisol. In short bursts, cortisol is great. It helps you run away from a bear. But if you're stressing over traffic, emails, and life 24/7, that cortisol never drops. It disrupts your sleep, makes you gain weight, and weakens your immune system.
Man, so basically, overthinking and constant negativity are literally making us sick. But how does positive thinking fix that? Does it just shut the cortisol off?
In a way, yes. According to studies from the Mayo Clinic, maintaining a genuinely optimistic outlook helps lower cortisol levels back to baseline much faster after a stressful event. Your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure stabilizes, Your brain basically sends a signal saying, hey, the threat is handled. We can relax now.
Wow. Okay, that's actually wild. So, by simply acknowledging the problem but focusing on the solution, I'm literally protecting my heart and immune system. That is a huge superpower.
It really is. But developing that superpower isn't always easy, especially if your brain is hardwired to expect the worst.
Oh, tell me about it. My brain is like a professional worst-case scenario generator. So, what's the secret, Mira? How do we rewire it without falling back into that toxic, good vibes only trap?
There are actually a few proven, practical methods. One of them only takes about 5 minutes a day, but the results can be life-changing.
Wait, 5 minutes? Come on, you're telling me 5 minutes can undo 30 years of my cynical brain? Now I'm really curious. What is it?
I know. It sounds super cliche. But we are talking about neuroplasticity here, Jack. It's called structured gratitude, and it has nothing to do with toxic positivity.
What now? You lost me at neuro, Mira. I mean, are we talking about retraining the brain or something?
Exactly that. Your brain has a built-in negativity bias. From an evolutionary standpoint, remembering the tiger that almost ate you was much more important than remembering a pretty sunset. So our brains naturally cling to the bad stuff.
Okay, that makes sense. So when my boss sends me a vague email saying, we need to talk, my brain instantly assumes I'm getting fired. It's that tiger reflex kicking in.
Yes, your brain is preparing for an attack. But with a structured gratitude journal, just taking 5 minutes every single morning to write down 3 highly specific things you appreciate, you actively force your brain to scan the environment for positives.
Well, wait. Emphasize highly specific for me. You mean I can't just write, I'm grateful for my dog every day?
You can, but it won't change your neural pathways. Instead of my dog, you write, I'm grateful for the exact moment my dog put his chin on my knee when I was feeling stressed yesterday. You see the difference? It forces your brain to relive that specific positive emotion.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I actually felt a little wave of calm just hearing you describe that. So over time, doing this every day, it literally rewires how my brain reacts to stress?
Precisely. After a few weeks, your baseline cortisol drops. When that vague email from your boss arrives, your rewired brain might think, oh, maybe he wants to discuss that new project, instead of panicking.
Okay, I'm sold on the gratitude thing. But what about when things actually go wrong? Like, let's talk about goals. I see a lot of people on TikTok talking about manifesting success. Just think positive thoughts and you'll get the job or the car or whatever. Is that real or is that toxic too?
That's a great question. A lot of pop culture manifestation leans dangerously close to toxic positivity. Just wishing for something doesn't make it happen. However, the scientific version of this is called visualization.
Right. Like what professional athletes do before a big game.
Exactly. A study from Psychology Today showed that when you close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself succeeding, like acing a job interview or giving a perfect presentation, your brain actually fires the same neural patterns as if you were physically doing it.
No way. So my brain can't tell the difference between a really detailed daydream and actual reality?
To a certain extent, yes. It builds genuine confidence and muscle memory. But, and this is the crucial part that manifestation often leaves out, you also have to visualize yourself overcoming the obstacles.
So I shouldn't just picture myself crossing the finish line. I need to picture my shoelaces untying halfway through and me dealing with it calmly.
Yes, because real positive thinking prepares you for failure. It changes your relationship with mistakes.
You know, that reminds me of that famous Thomas Edison quote. When people asked him about failing to invent the light bulb thousands of times, he said, wait, how does it go?
I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways that didn't work.
Yeah, that's the one. That is the ultimate reframe. He didn't ignore the failure. He didn't say, everything is awesome. He just looked at the data and said, cool, let's try a different angle.
And that is the true power of a positive mindset. It's not a magic shield that stops bad things from happening. It's the mental flexibility to look at a disaster, take a deep breath, and say, what can I learn from this?
Man, this has been incredibly eye-opening. So, to recap for our listeners, ditch the toxic good vibes only mask. Let yourself feel frustrated, but don't unpack and live there. Use the 5-minute specific gratitude rule to lower your cortisol and visualize your obstacles, not just the finish line.
You summarized it perfectly, Jack. And honestly, it takes time. Be patient with yourself. Every small step you take is progress.
Well, we want to hear from you guys. What's one highly specific thing you are grateful for today? Drop it in the comments below. Let's start rewiring those brains together.
And if this episode helped you shift your perspective, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our deep dives.
Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone. Stay strong, stay real, and we'll see you in the next episode.